Well, GotGamers, another special treat for you here at the EA Summer event. We've got a Lord of the Rings game. It looks like a single-player action title. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, well, it's single-player and multiplayer, and it's basically the greatest battles from Lord of the Rings played any way you want, from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie and everything in between.
It sounds like a really intense, almost a new way to present a Lord of the Rings game. I know we've played some of the single-player ones on PS2 back in the day, but now we have the next gen, the full high def action going. Tell us a little bit about the single-player mode.
Well, we follow the events from the film for the single-player mode, but we also give you the opportunity to play as the evil guys too. So you get to play as all the bad guys in the evil campaign. You get to play as ring wraiths and the Witch King and Sauron and the Balrog and the massive trolls. Kind of fill out that dark fantasy, as well as all the heroes from the good side, as well and the grunts and the soldiers and the officers. You get to ride horses. You get to be a giant ent to the tree guys and run around and smash people. We're pretty much giving you everything you've ever wanted in a Lord of the Rings game, all at the same time.
Now, it seems like by watching what's happening, a lot of fighting and a lot of combat. Enemies coming at you on every stage of the game. What are some of the fun finishing moves and great action? Tell us about some of that.
Well, because we wanted to do, this is an action game, pure action all the way. So we wanted to make sure that we had both the melee component and the range component in there. So you've got awesome stuff to do as a shooter, as an archer. You can run around, you can take out headshots, you can light things on fire. Plus, as a mage, you get to use a bunch of different spells. Then, as your scout, you get to run around and sneak and stealth and do stealth grabs. You can come up behind guys, cloak, and do fatality grabs. And then, as your warrior, you have a ton of different melee attacks, different combos, different ways to finish guys. You can come up behind trolls and climb up their backs and stab them in the head. You can kind of come up behind the giant Oliphants and scamper up their legs and take them down and slide down their trunks. So you really kind of can do anything you want in this crazy over-the-top action.
Incredible. Give us a little bit of information on the multiplayer.
16 players multiplayer, 360, PS3, and PC. 8-on-8, ton of different game modes. You can play in Deathmatch, Conquest, Capture the Flag. We have a really cool multiplayer mode called Ring Bearer, where one player is Frodo, and the rest of the players are ring wraiths, and everyone's trying to hunt Frodo. And the longer you stay alive as Frodo, the more points you get. And the first player to kill Frodo gets to become Frodo. So it's kind of this really cool game of tag, but in the Lord of the Rings universe.
And at launch, how many maps will there be for online play?
There'll be 16 different maps in multiplayer, ton of different modes for all the maps, and quick access on Xbox Live, on PS3 Network, and you can also play split screen up to 4 players with your friends. And you can play co-op campaign online. So if you and your buddy want to play online, but on the campaign mode, you can play that way as well.
Very cool. And look for Lord of the Rings Conquest when?
This fall.
And there you have it. Here at the E3 Summer event, it's Steve Masters with GotGame TV.